Welcome back to the show. Today, I'm bringing you the story of someone who became one of the youngest founders of a billion-dollar company. Not through luck, not through connections, but through pure clarity, obsession, and the courage to break every rule society expected him to follow. This is the journey of Samir, the founder of Vise, a company he launched at just 16 and which hit a billion-dollar valuation only 4 years later. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. Where are you listening from, and what is your biggest goal right now? I want to understand you, your struggles, and how this podcast can help you grow. Drop it in the comments. Samir was born into a traditional Indian immigrant family in Cleveland, the classic study hard, get into a good college, become a doctor or engineer upbringing. Like many immigrant parents, his family valued stability. But Samir? He wasn't built for that path. From a young age, he wasn't attracted to textbooks. He was attracted to building things. His first love? Legos. In middle school, he already knew he didn't want to go to college. By 7th grade, he was openly telling his parents, "I'm not doing the traditional path. I'm not going to college." His grades dropped. His parents were devastated. But Samir had already made up his mind. If I want to escape the system, I must make money. A lot of it. And the only way is by building something. At just 12 years old, during a summer program at Northwestern University, Samir met the person who would become his co-founder, Runic. Samir wanted to build apps for small businesses. iOS had just introduced Swift, a much easier programming language than Objective-C. Runic said he could code. That was enough. Together, they started building small apps. Then they started earning money. But even then, his parents didn't take it seriously. The proof moment came later when they got into Lightspeed's fellowship program, something that sounded prestigious enough for immigrant parents to finally accept. Samir looked at the world from first principles. He asked himself, what exactly would college give me? Network, skills, knowledge? He realized everything except network could be learned online. And network, he could create that himself through cold emails and real-world relationships. So he dropped out permanently at 16. For 6 years, Samir and his co-founder bootstrapped their startup. They built apps. They consulted for financial institutions, sometimes charging $500 to $1,000 per hour. Every dollar was precious. Money was oxygen. Then everything flipped. They raised back-to-back financing rounds, more than $100 million. Suddenly, money felt unlimited, and this is where Samir learned one of the most painful lessons. Too little money slows you down. Too much money destroys your discipline. They overhired. They overspent. Growth didn't increase. Eventually, they went from 160 employees down to just 40, and the company performed 10 times better. The reason? AI. Automation and hiring only barrels. Samir uses a simple framework to hire. 1. Skills, knowledge, qualities, SKQ. People focus too much on skills. Samir focuses on qualities, discipline, ownership, resilience. 2. Barrels versus ammunition. Barrels. People who can take a big, vague problem and drive it from start to finish with full ownership. Ammunition. People who only execute tasks with direction. Only 10 to 20% of a company is made of barrels. Samir hires as many as he can. Wealth management is a massive $160 trillion global industry. Most of that money is managed by human advisors, people who know your family, your goals, your fears. But personalization is nearly impossible at scale. Advisors can't manually build custom portfolios for hundreds of clients. That's where Vise steps in. Vise uses AI to understand each client's financial goals, analyze market changes, personalize investment portfolios, execute strategies automatically. If a client asks, "Trump just announced new tariffs. What happens to my portfolio?" Vise answers instantly. Human advisors remain important, but AI becomes their superpower. Funny thing, Vise wasn't originally meant for finance. Samir's first idea was to use AI to build mobile apps automatically. Type your idea. The AI generates the app. It was ahead of its time. Basically, pre-OpenAI era. While the idea was too early, it got them consulting work with big financial institutions, and that gave them the insight that became Vise. Samir's story teaches a few powerful truths. 1. You don't need permission to build. He didn't wait for college, degrees, or validation. 2. Money amplifies who you already are. If you're disciplined, it helps you grow. If you're careless, it destroys you. 3. The right people matter more than anything. One barrel can replace an entire team. 4. AI is the new leverage. You can build $1 billion company with fewer than 100 people. So that's the story of Samir, the teenager who dropped out, built obsessively, learned painfully, and eventually created $1 billion company with a tiny team powered by AI. If you found value in this breakdown, let me know your biggest goal right now and how I can help you through these episodes. Your journey might not be the same as Samir's, but your breakthrough starts with the same thing. If you found value in this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel AI Tools for You so you never miss the next podcast.